Okay, here we go. Let me check these cents. Okay. Okay, you did all the steps but the segment. Let's cycle up, Mike. Alright, let me just recap real quick. Alright, so last week and over the weekend, we grew the school community, so that's a good thing for us. We put up some more numbers. Also, we were able to reach our goal of $5,000 in TVL, which was very exciting. So we over the 5,000 mark. We actually hit the 6,000 mark, but of course the market dipped. People buy, people sell. So we're back under 6,000 TVL, but I'm sure we'll be at 9,000, 10,000 TVL by the end of the week. So for those who don't know, the reason that the TVL has been going up and the price actually went up for the token is because all of our members specifically have been making a concerted effort to raise the value of our community token. And as long as you hold the community token, you'll be able to receive rewards. Whether you hold an NFT, a segment, or just a token, you'll be able to receive rewards every single day, starting at 11 o'clock Central Time, PM Central Time. All right, man, I'm happy that we passed this 5K though. That's a good look for us. It shows that we're working together. And then I gave a shout out to Miss Turner, Miss West, and Miss Foster because they've been real active. They've been doing their thing, supporting, following through with everything. For anyone that is new, once you get into the school, first thing that I encourage you to do would be to go over the checklist. All right, the checklist will help you get started. It'll help you knock out the things that you need to have done in order for you to be able to keep up with everybody else that's in the school. Everyone that is in this group specifically, in this community specifically, are focused on one thing: earning money every day, building wealth every day. There's plenty of ways to do it. And right now, the main way that we're doing that, we're using folks' finance to do the private banking. That's the main way that each individual will be able to earn passive income every day. Before I hop into that, let's just do a market check. So this is Coin Market Cap. Hopefully you guys have set up your watch list so that you're able to keep an eye on the cryptocurrencies that you either like or that you're interested in, that you have. And I believe last week Bitcoin was at like 59,000 when we did the last morning come up. So right now Bitcoin's at 58,000. Yep, down 2.5% on the week. So the last 7 days, the market is down over the last 7. Oh, Patrick, you back in the building. All right, that's good. Mari, how are you here with me? So, like I was saying, we are down for the week. So, if you've been investing and you've been holding, you're down for the week. But because we do the private banking, we're able to take advantage of that. Like I'm still waiting for Ethereum to go back to 2,700, 2,800 for myself. XRP is green for the week. So this is one of the reasons why we diversify as an example. So let's say you don't have any of the others, but you have XRP. You would have made money on XRP, only 1%, but you're green, you're in the profit, and that's because you diversified. But the overall market is about down, right? If Bitcoin's down, everything else is down. Now, another one, Phantom. So as you can see, most of the market is down. That's a rule of thumb that when Bitcoin goes up, everything else goes up. When Bitcoin goes down, everything else goes down. But I need people to understand each of these assets has the power to go up on its own. It does not have to follow the rest of the market. So any one of these tokens can just shoot off to the moon and we'll be good. For example, also Algorand. Algorand was at like 11 cents and some change. Now days, there are still some assets that will be in the positive because of the actual market, the actual ecosystem, the actual community, right? Because everybody that's buying and selling algo is not buying and selling Bitcoin or buying and selling Solana. So some people are only focused on buying and selling one thing, which gives it that pump. And it's the 19th. So let's just look. 13th. So everyone that's been in class since last Monday, this is where we are. If you would have just invested and held, you'd be up 5% from last Monday or from Tuesday to the day Monday. This is a track record of what already happened. So this is proof that if you would have joined, if you would have participated, you would have made 5%. Those that are in private banking, we're able to do a little extra. So we're able to do like 5% right there. And then when the market drops, we're able to get this other 6%. So that's 11%. And then when the market goes back up, we get another 6%. So we actually can generate around 17% using this strategy because we're able to make money when the market's dipping and when it's pumping. And again, red candles mean sell, green candles mean buy. And we are not trading, so we're not focused on price. Price is not our main focus here. Our main focus is to take advantage of the fact that people are buying and selling 24/7. So it's good to see that we up Algorand and the market's down. So that makes me feel good. The overall market, total market cap for all of the cryptocurrency in the world is 2.07 trillion, right? This is the total market cap for all of the crypto in the world. And to highlight, something to notice is that Bitcoin is basically worth half of that. That's how important Bitcoin is. It's worth half of the whole crypto market. And another reason why you can expect and anticipate for the other cryptocurrency markets to follow Bitcoin. Looking at our specific situation, we're down obviously because someone sold some of they took some gains or whatever, because we just pumped about $3,000 in the last week or so. So somebody was able to make some profits and they cashed out. That's cool. That's a part of the game. I want people to be comfortable with understanding. Some people are going to buy, some people are going to sell. As you can see, all the pumping that we did and then the sales, we still are up. So that's what's going to happen. We're going to go up, come down a little, go up some more. And over time, everybody's going to be able to eat that participates. It's all about participation. If you don't participate in the crypto market at all, you don't get to win and you don't get to lose. So you don't really get to say anything. And that's my whole thing, is just making sure that people know how all of this stuff works. All right, before I jump off on here, what I got? Let me see what I got on here. Do I got any questions? Patrick, I see you back. It's been a while. You got any questions?
Hey, bro, how you doing?
Or get bigger and better every day. How you feeling?
All right. I just watching. I'm off today, so I was able to tune in.
Okay, well, I'm glad you could pop back in with us. I'll check in on you later after this just to see where you need to get caught up if you want to get caught up with things. Does anybody got any questions right now while I'm on here rambling, right? Because I want to make sure everybody got some clarity on anything that they don't understand or anything that they want to talk about. You can use. Okay. All right, no question right there. Okay, so let me look at this folks finance real quick. All right, if you didn't know, if you click on the folks logo, it'll take you to this screen where you got to see your wallet balance, deposit balance, collateral, and borrow. And we're going to click on deposit first. Remember, the deposit is the safe bet. So the only thing that I really do with this is I just add a few dollars here, there, just to start stacking it up. Then I let it hit a certain number, and then I start to withdraw it. But you also have the option to add your deposit funds to your loans with Move to Collateral, which I helped a few people do over the weekend. So this is simply the deposit. This is better than your traditional bank because you actually earn money for depositing. When you deposit at Chase, BOA, Navy Federal, like I always say, you're not earning from leaving your money with these institutions. So it's wise of you to put your money where it's going to be working and growing. The deposit is simply that. There's less risk in the deposit. It's just the deposit. You can withdraw just as easy as you deposit. So I want people to start focusing on that part. You just need somewhere to actually just to start growing your money. But the loans for me are the bread and butter. This is the best thing about crypto to me. The fact that I can borrow and lend and shoot money up in here whenever I want. So I'm going to use this as a chance to manage this in front of you guys. So everybody knows, or you should know, that whenever the liquidation margin is over 10%, that's when you borrow. That's the most important part of the strategy. When the liquidation margin is over 10%, you can borrow. Some people have either been stuck under 10%, or they're not sure what to do when the liquidation margin goes under 10%. So as an example, right now my liquidation is under 10%, and I haven't sent any new funds over here. So this is all that I have in the wallet, basically 8 cents, nothing. So what should I do? I want my liquidation margin to be at least at 10% so that it can go up and I can start making money. I also know that the collateral minus the borrow equals the principal amount in my loan. So how much is actually in the loan? About $500. And anything that you put into your loan, you can max it 3 times. So the $500. All right, so the $500 that's actually in the loan is worth $1,500. So I could have $500 sitting in the collateral, earning interest sitting there. I could have $500 sitting in my bank account in cash, on my credit card, my savings account, but it's not working. It's not growing. It's not really benefiting me. It's just giving me that sense of security that, oh, I got some money put away. I'm over that personally. I don't like that. I'd rather put my money to work. So we've got $500. We put it into the folks' finance account so that we can make it worth $1,500. And now we're going to build and earn interest on $1,500 instead of earning interest and sitting on $500. Right now, I'm not able to pull any money because the liquidation margin is not over 10%, which is cool. So what I will do for myself personally, I'll use some of this $1,500 because I only got $500 in here, right? So I'm going to use some of the collateral, some of the leverage that's already in the loan to pay down some of the debt. And I'm going to use it to pay down Bitcoin because Bitcoin's been down for a week. So that means I'm actually, and remember, just to correlate this, Bitcoin is down 1% over the last 7 days. So because I've been holding Bitcoin as my debt for the last 7 days, my debt is worth less. So it benefits me to refinance it, repay it off a little bit less. You do not have to do this. You never have to repay the loan. And that's one of the benefits of DeFi. You never have to repay the loan. You borrowed the money from yourself. Max it out. No, don't max it out. 740. Let's just do 20. Let's see what 20 does. Okay, 20 is good. So remember this. Always check your transaction box. As you can see, I'm going to take $20 out of my collateral and I'm going to pay off $20 worth of my Bitcoin debt. When I do that, the liquidation margin goes up. And whenever the liquidation margin is over 10%, I'm able to borrow. So taking the USDC collateral, and I'm basically just canceling out some of my Bitcoin debt. So repay using collateral. So I didn't have any extra money. I didn't add any new money or anything. And I'm stressing that because you can grow your account from this 1,500 to 15,000 as long as you learn how to manage it. The money's still there. The principal is always there. All you have to do is manage the account. So I just repaid Bitcoin. Now I'm going to just borrow some more Bitcoin. So I repaid 20 and I'm able to get back almost 10% of what I repaid. So now instead of being at 84, we're at 64, 67. So what do I do next? I take that same 10% that I just borrowed and I add that back to my collateral. So now I have more Bitcoin in my collateral than I had previously, just from this one transaction. Okay, and then I'm going to do it again. And this is how you can get a whole Bitcoin, basically, or a whole Ethereum, or you can just stack up on an asset that you like the most, right? I canceled my stable coin from the collateral so that I could get more Bitcoin. And we know the price of Bitcoin is going to shoot back up. So when it does shoot back up, not only do I get the benefit from the Bitcoin that I already have, but that extra $3 that I just borrowed, I'm also going to be able to profit and benefit on that. And then just to sample it out, I'm just going to take this last dollar in stable coin. So now I'm over 10%. I'm still at 1,500 plus. The borrow balance is under 1,000. And with that dollar, I have options. So one, I could deposit the dollar here just to throw some change there. I could go to Tiny Man and I could swap it for Cycle, which is actually what I'm going to do. Bam. So that $1 that I just borrowed from my private bank, I'm going to swap that out for 2,000 Cycle. And this is also helping to boost the price for everybody else that's got Cycle. And this is just an example walking you through. This is exactly what I do. I make the money with the private bank, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I put it into the liquidity pools. And then I just grow this over and over time. And then because I understand how liquid this all is, I can just come back and pull it all out whenever I want to if I need to. But it's about diversifying. So you want to get as much as you can inside of your loans. You want to get as much as you can inside of your liquidity pools. And then just let the money work itself, because we're using this fundamental fact to make money. We are getting paid because other people have to buy and have to sell. It's that simple. That's how we make money. We make money off of other people's transactions. It doesn't matter if we're using the private bank to capitalize off of it, and it doesn't matter if we're using the liquidity pools to capitalize off of all of the people that trade. And we should understand that for those who do trade or are familiar with trading, trading is basically biggest market in the world. Everything needs to be traded, consumed, bartered, switched, swapped out, all of that. It doesn't matter what industry, what market. So that simple fact is how we make money every day. We don't have to create a new product. We don't have to pitch a product. We don't have to set up a business. We don't have to buy an expensive asset. Like all of the red tape and all of the red tape is just gone at this point. You can do all of this with as little as $5 and start making money the same day. So that's the 1, 2. Right, block cycle. All right, so Jessica says she needed to go over this. So just for clarity, if you already have your Parallel wallet, if you already have your, connect this wallet over. If you already have Block Cycle token inside of your wallet, then I encourage you to make sure that you get to the Block Cycle app. If you're not registered, you're going to click Mint to register, and then it's going to take you to the Block Cycle domain. Block cycle domain is the parent domain for all of the segments. Right here, segments are still unlocked. They're going to be unlocked for a little while longer. They cost $25 to make. Oh yeah, I had helped Mr. Knight make his. So what you would do is, let's just say Perfect One is the name you want to go with. So Perfect One block cycle. It'll give you your segment. Click buy. Make sure that you have the algo in your wallet. Once you get your segment, and you can see we have 436 segments. And let me toot our horn real quick. We are number 3 on the list, okay, of all time with segments. So another goal for us to shoot for is to become number 1, right? We got a lot more community engagement in the both of these, right? We're actually helping each other make money. Now, Barb, I know he's do a lot with, the community, helping people, teaching people, just doing more of a headline type of thing. Orange is just a meme token that shot up real well. Everybody participated, so it just got to shoot up because of people's participation. But it's not really providing anything further than what it already gave. And I feel that way about both of these. In our case, we're building a school full of people that are looking to learn how to make money together the same way in different ways. We also have our own token that we're using, and the token is going to grow based off of people learning. When people learn and participate and follow the checklist and do the steps, this money grows. Like it's a correlated fact because of the way I built this with my bare hands. The more you learn, the more you do, the more money grows and the more money we can earn, which is where you come here after you've got your segment. You're going to claim a free NFT. Those who have a segment will be able to claim a free NFT that you can stake to start earning every day, as an example. So boom, 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 boom. All right. And let's just say you're earning 0.05 daily off of just this one asset, this one NFT. But then you can have multiple NFTs and you can earn daily from those. If you already have block cycle tokens in your wallet, then you're earning every day from those. And that's where your numbers will start to grow. So you see, I got 31 tokens coming in just from staking my block cycle tokens. So that's more and more every day. And then for those who have not gotten their hoodie or they're interested in getting a block cycle hoodie, you can send me a message, DM me, let me know your size and your address, and then we can get your hoodie. Whenever you get a block cycle hoodie NFT, you also get a physical hoodie as well. So now you can wear your money, you can earn from other people's transactions when they buy a hoodie. And also you get paid every day from this as well. So I'm doing the best that I can to just create as many ways for us to have different streams of income, different strategies to make money. But this is how you get a segment. You go to the Block Cycle Labs domain, click segment, type it in, buy, and then you join Block Cycle officially. Now you're actually going to be able to start getting some free stuff for being a member. That's that part. This week, I'm going to be going over Coop. Was it Coop? I'm going to be going over Coop for Wednesday. I haven't decided which other one that I want to go over. But every Wednesday, we will be talking about the different liquidity pool pairs that we have. So every Wednesday evening, night, 7 p.m., we're talking liquidity pools. And I'm going to cover why Block Cycle token is paired with all of these different cryptocurrencies. And just for clarity and just for insight, I'm going to tell you this. Cycle Algo is our main liquidity pool. Why? Because Cycle and Algo, well, because Algo is the network, Algo is the blockchain. So when Algo does well, Cycle will do well. When Algo does bad, Cycle will do bad because it's our main liquidity pool. It has the most total value locked of our community. Right behind that is Cycle USDC. And you know, USDC is a stable coin, so it'll keep things balanced for us as the cycle goes up and down, the markets, the buys and sells. So knowing that we have a stable pool gives us some confidence, some comfort to know that we're not just going to dip real hard or shoot off real hard all the time. And then these other pairs are other community projects that we have either collaborated with, like Mike has got us 10 deals. So 10 other groups, 10 other tokens will be helping us build our TVL over the next year. Then on top of that, we already have our community working together to build all of the different liquidity pools. And this is very significant because when you think about it, you don't necessarily have someone else that's coming to drop money into your bank account every day or every week or every month. Think about that. You don't have someone else bringing money and adding it to your wealth, your account, your value. When you use DeFi, decentralized finance, and you participate, this is what we have here, right? Because everyone has their own assets in their wallet, right? So if you have your own Bitcoin, your own cycle, your own algo, when other people buy and sell, that's how you benefit or lose. In this case, cycle is all for us. Only people that are familiar with cycle, only people that know about it can participate in it. Outsiders have no business here. It's irrelevant to them. They don't even know about it or they don't even care about it. That's a benefit for us because we, like I said, we have a concentrated effort here to build up a pot of wealth that we all have access to. I actually spoke to a guy yesterday and he was asking me like, what are we going to do when the TVL reaches 100K or 50K? And I told a few people this actually. Once we are doing this for a few months consistently, we got us a couple hundred members actually learning this and applying the information. There's no turning around because we're going to have a pot full of money that all of us have access to. And no one is going to have a bigger say over the other. Anybody can buy in, anybody can cash out, anybody can invest, anybody can withdraw. That's the goal. That's the overall goal. And we're also working on a debit card for Block Cycle. That costs $2,000 a month. We had $500 put up for it, but we needed to keep things afloat. So I pulled the $500 and added it to the rewards and to the token price. And then Mike and I actually talked about that. So he was letting me know, like, we got to come up with better game plans so that we don't eat away at what we've put up to make, the project better. What we got here? Definitely getting with you this afternoon for a one-on-one schedule allows. Okay, let me know. Question: how do you add more segments? Do you need to have a different wallet? I asked because I had to use different wallet to mint and stake 2 segments. So one, you can mint more than one segment in the same wallet. In order to register the segments on the Block Cycle platform, you will need to have the segments in a different wallet. But you are able to mint multiple segments, and we will be having an airdrop for Halloween. So Halloween, we're giving out free Block Cycle tokens to all segment holders. This will be the final airdrop that we do for the year. I'm not home. I can't wait to watch this replay full of great gems for sure. Okay, I got you, Ms. Turner. I answered your question. We want to be better. Y'all talk to each other. Okay. Do I got any questions before I ramble on some more? Anybody? Okay. No questions. Y'all good? All right. Right. So Mondays will be exclusively for one-on-ones of school members. So all school members can exclusively get one-on-ones, and one-on-ones cost $200 an hour, but I'm giving a discount to everyone that's in school. So only school members are able to get a discount for an hour of my time to make sure that you actually know what's going on, make sure that you set up and get you rolling. Because my goal is to get us to a solid 100, 200 members that know how to do this. All right. And I know it can be a little tedious and confusing at first, but that's my whole goal, is to show you how to work it. I'm not showing you how to, get rich at this. I mean, slow and steady. Make sure that you understand it. And then you can go and use it anytime you want at your leisure, right? Because you don't have to have a bank account to save your money, but you choose to do it because you get a sense of convenience and security from using the products that they created. Well, we can create our own products and we can use our own systems now, and we can get our own interest. Because remember, we're not earning any interest off of using these other traditional products. But here, these APYs blow the bank out the water. Actually, I just helped a guy yesterday set up like 6 lending pools. Lending pools is everything that I'm showing you guys wrapped up in one. Okay, like I've shown you how to do the lending, how to do the deposits, how to do the liquidity pools. So right now, this Algo USDC lending pool is giving out 47% interest on your money. There's no place in the traditional market where you can get 47% interest on your money. And let's just say it was a solid 50%. That means if you put $100 here, you will get $150 to pull out at the end of 12 months. That will never happen in the banks. That will not even happen in the stock market. And you control this. This is at the touch of a button at the tip of your fingertips. You can make your money grow $1, $100, $5, $500. The amount doesn't matter. It's where to put the money. Like I'm not focused on making money anymore. I'm focused on where to put the money, especially because from my research and from talking to the people that I know, we are actually getting closer and closer to this bull run. So if you are not watching these different assets, if you are not understanding how this works, you'll be a person that misses out when everybody gets rich this time around, And I'm working on making sure that I got me a nice bag put up, because I want to see Solana go to $600 and then I have 3-4 of them, right? I want to see XRP shoot up to $20 and then I have a couple thousand of them. I want Algo to shoot all the way to $50 million so I can cash out all the Algo that I got put up, right? And that's the same thing that everybody has in their mind with these different assets. But I don't only want us to focus on, oh, well, I got to wait for the price to go up. We don't care about that right now. Right now, we're focused on taking advantage of it at the price point that it is, and off the fact that people are going to buy and sell it, whether it's going up or down. People are going to buy and sell. So we just profit off of that. That's the simplest way to make money in DeFi to me. The most important part about DeFi is the liquidity pools. None of this happens. None of this price going up and down, none of the buys, the sales, none of the market caps getting to the billions, none of the volume. These are the transactions, buys and sales for Bitcoin, 23 billion, 10 billion, buys and sales, right? Why not get a piece of the buys and sales? Just by providing liquidity, and you can provide liquidity in a lot of places. As you can see, like all of these places are doing $1 billion or more in transactions. Just get a cut and call it a day. You don't have to stress yourself out about a lot of what's going on. Just make sure you get your cut and manage it. Like I got a guy that I'm in talks with now. He's thinking about starting a brand new business and investing 10%, but the business that he wants to start is only going to generate 7% returns. So after you make a profit and then pay all the expenses, you only end up with a 7% return. And this is for operating a business. This is for giving in time, energy, and even more money to keep things rolling. But look, you can put the 10,000 here and you can earn 7% easy, no headache. Right? You could just earn 7% without the stress of having to convince buyers, having to worry about taxes, the governments, the regulations, this, that. And that's why I've taken the position to just focus on teaching this, because I can make more money teaching this and I can make more money doing this than going out of my way to start a business and do all of that. Like this is 24/7. As long as I'm not going to go do 100 hours and work day and night and not have a job, and like it's just a trade-off for me. So, or you can go here and put 10,000 and you can make 47%. right? You could take 10,000 and make 4,700 off of it, theoretically, at this current APY. So we're gonna be focusing on lending pools. I'll bring that up again on Wednesday, just because I know some people want to set it and forget it. And the lending pools is another way for you to set it and forget it, but you also get to take advantage of the tradings and the lending with the deposits. So like I said, Coop, we're gonna be going over Coop on Wednesday. I'm gonna post this in the school so you guys can check it out if you haven't. And I think that's pretty much it for now. I think this thing is Monday, so I don't know. We're gonna pump on the algo. So look, you can look forward to getting some money on the uptrend. All right, that's what I'm gonna call out for y'all. Look toward to getting some money on the trend. Let me check this too. I can see it. All right. So focus on the uptrend. When the market goes up, I'm gonna give you one more tip before I get off here. So right now, market's going up. You have this option. So when the market goes up, we understand that the 1,500 algo, the $182 an algo is going to go up in price. Let's say it shoots up to 190. We can clearly see that we made an $8 gain here. One of the things you can do, you can take that $8 gain and you can use it to pay off some of the debt, right? If you want to, because that's going to make your debt lower, but your assets are more value and your assets are growing. And this is where you use the USDC. When you repay using collateral, the first thing you want to use is the USDC because you want to preserve your assets, right? I just added more Bitcoin to my collateral. I'm adding more algo to my collateral. I don't want to stop adding the assets. I want to be able to keep adding the assets because at some point, all of these assets are going to shoot up in profit. And I want to take advantage of that. At some point, they're going to shoot down. They're going to shoot down a lot more than they're going to shoot up when they shoot up. So this is why we have the borrow side. So when the market shoots up, I'm going to trim a little faster. Like I said, let's say it shoots up to 190. Instead of me using the algo to repay the algo, right? Instead of me canceling out the algo that I've earned, that I've built up, I'm going to use the USDC to repay some of the debt because it's not affecting my other assets. So my other assets are always growing, always growing. And the stable coin, these are just dollars. Dollars don't really do much but sit there, right? So we're going to use the dollars to pay down the debt that we've accumulated. And each time we do that, you can see the liquidation margin will go up. And whenever the liquidation margin is over 10, we can borrow. So we borrow more of the assets and then add them to the collateral to keep growing the collateral side. And it's a rinse and repeat process. You just keep doing this, whether you're adding new money or you're just managing the account with whatever you decided to start with. That doesn't matter. Just understanding the different little techniques, strategies that you can do with this. Also, just because I know we're in a clear profit for 7 days, I'm going to do this thing for you guys too. So I'm going to swap all of the collateral from my algo into USDC, right? It's been sitting here for like, I think it was at like 170. So now it's at 182. So that's a clear $10 profit. I'm going to take that profit without removing the money. I'm basically going to stabilize it so it doesn't go up and down anymore. All right, confirm. And I don't really care about the assets. Like if I wanted to, I could go back and do all of these, but I know these are down because I checked the charts. So I'm going to take advantage of the algo. As you can see, now we got $900 in USDC stable, which means about $600 of my collateral is fluctuating. And then I'm going to borrow algo again and wait on it to drop. So the $23 that I just borrowed, I'm going to start building back up the collateral now. Yeah, put 190. Never max out the algo, because some people are going to forget. Whenever you have algo to add to collateral, never max the algo. Always leave some in the wallet so you can pay for your transactions. So now we're just going to refill this algo back up. And I'm going to borrow USDC this time. So $13. And this is how you keep the account managed and keep growing it, right? Because remember, this was just at $15.15. But I just did a couple of little tricks, and now it's back up to where it was at. So I'm going to take that $13. I'm going to swap and collateralize and add that to the algo as well. Because we just had, what, 1,500 in algo here? Now we're just going to boost it back up and ride the wave. And then I encourage you to make sure that you have a nice balance of USDC in the debt side so that your debt is not jumping around crazy, because your borrow is going to grow and your collateral is going to grow, right? We were just at $999 on borrow. Now we're over $1,000, but we just basically added like $30, $40 to the collateral as well. And we're making money out of thin air. Like, we just literally leveraging the assets and taking advantage of the fact that other people are going to move the price for us, right? We don't have to speculate or guess or bet. We know people are going to buy and people are going to sell. Some people believe and some people don't. Some people are confident and some people are scared. And we're going to just take advantage of that fact. And we're not taking advantage of any person or anybody or anything, which makes it a lot easier for me to be able to do this and teach this, right? We don't have to get over on anybody to just take the benefit of transactions, because people buy gas every day. I'm not getting a cut of that. People buy groceries every day. You're not getting a cut of that. People buy shoes, all type of things. But using cryptocurrency, all of those things are about to come over here, and we'll be able to participate in any market and get a cut from anything. And then one more time before I go, I'm going to do this again. So this, what I'm doing here, benefits all of us, just for the record. So this other $4 that I'm adding, I'm about to buy some more Cycle, and this benefits everybody because it helps boost the price of the token. And this is what I mean by saying, once we get us a solid 100, 200 members that are actually doing this and making money and learning and applying it, we pay together as a community. This is a group economic effort, right? And people always say people can't come together and make money together. Well, we can, and we are, right? And I know it's not pretty, it's not perfect, everybody not balling out of control, but we got to start somewhere, and that somewhere is here. Okay, so before I get off, one more time, anybody got any questions, comments, or concerns they want to say to me, or anything, insight for the next call? The point is to win both sides just from the fees. That's right, Mike. All right, don't everybody speak at once. Did anybody learn anything? Did anybody confused about anything? Zoom user. Okay.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So you take okay, on the USDC, when you use that to pay down your debt, how do you keep it from eventually running out?
How do I keep the USDC in my collateral from running out when I pay down my borrow?
Yes.
Oh, that's easy. I just keep adding to the USDC. So let's say I don't have any more money. That 40, like, remember, we just moved $180 of algo from here to there, but we already have another 44. If I want, I can just take that 44 that we just made out of thin air and add that to my USDC. And again, the liquidation margin goes up. Or I could say, you know what? Bitcoin is shot up for 5% this week. Let me turn all of my Bitcoin into stable so I don't have to worry about it dipping on me. And then bam, liquidation margin goes up. I have more USDC. I can borrow more of these assets. Or when you repay, let's just go with Bitcoin again. Let's say we're going to repay Bitcoin. Or you know what? I got a better one. We was at 1515. We had 1560. I'm going to use collateral. And I'm going to do another $30. So I'm going to repay $30 in USDC collateral on the algo this time. Liquidation margin is going to go up. So this is canceling out the algo debt. And then you said, how do you keep your USDC up? Instead of borrowing the algo, we just borrow some more USDC. And then we take that USDC and we add it back to the collateral. So now the $8 that we got for like a, rebate or whatever, we just keep adding it back to the collateral. So now, boom, add that to the collateral. And then we borrow again. We added $8. So now after $8, we're going to borrow $5, $6. And this is all we're doing. Just building up the account, leveraging the money. And I'm going to stress this again. You don't have to worry about losing your money. The original principal is still there. The collateral minus the borrow is still there, which means you have time to actually learn, how can I grow my principal? How can I grow that amount? And there's several different ways you can do it. I'm starting people off with the simple way, which is I add algo, I borrow algo. I add USDC, I borrow USDC. I add Bitcoin, I borrow Bitcoin. And then focus on the liquidation margin. Focus on the equity of my principal. All right. Did that answer your question, Patrick? And I gave you an example too.
No. Yes. Yes, it did. Thank you.
Okay, I'm about to say, you sure it didn't?
I'm just messing with you.
Okay, I'm about to say, let me do it again. Let me show you a different way. All right. Anybody else need some clarity on anything? Okay. All right, so this video gonna get posted up for the replay for anybody that didn't get to catch it all. And if anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, just hit me up. I gotta get ready for these one-on-ones. And if you want to book a one-on-one, send me a message right now so that I can write you down and check back with you. I'm checking these messages. All right. I'm out, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming to the morning come up. We're going to do it again next Monday. And then remember, we got class Wednesday night to go over the different liquidity pool pairs.